Welcome to the Wodamaya show. My name is Wodamaya. Oh, let me no, come again. Yeah, you go like this.
Yeah, and this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
Yeah, I'm good.
Can you please introduce yourself, because maybe someone is watching you, he doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Jianhua, and I'm a reporter from CGTN or CCTV English previously.
Okay.
And I've been traveling in Africa. So I went to 6 countries.
6 countries
and I just
in
came back a week ago.
A week ago. How many days did you spend in Africa?
I spent 41 days altogether in Africa.
41 days in Africa?
Yeah, that's long.
What was your expectations before going to Africa though?
My expectations?
Yeah, before going. What were you
So I was expecting, because everyone would have this stereotype,
okay,
like against or for Africa, that it could be really hot. That is one thing. Is it hot? But
is it really hot?
It is not really hot actually. For those who have never been there, they think it's very hot for a couple of reasons, right?
A couple of reasons.
But if you really go there, it is actually very cold, especially in the morning.
Wow.
Like in South Africa right now, it is still winter.
Winter.
Yeah.
But people really say that Africa is really hot. That's why we look so black.
No.
Do you agree with that?
Of course not. Like, is this in your genes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if I was born in China, I would still be black. You know, that's what they have to know. But
and that is some kind of racist.
Yeah. So let's continue. You know, I'm much more interested in Africa and China relationship, and I want to ask you some few questions. You know, like you went to Africa. Can you tell me, how did you see Africa? You went to different part of Africa, different countries in Africa. How will you rate these countries that you went to?
How do I rate? So first I went to 6 countries: Uganda, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and South Africa. So I went to 6 countries together. It was very much like I went across Africa from northeast to the very southern part of this continent. So in different countries you have different stories, you also have different feelings. So it is very hard to say, because people would generalize Africa as one thing.
First of all, like people really describe Africa as one country. They think Africa is just a country.
Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. It's like Asia. You don't say Asia is a country. And I'm from China. If you think I'm from Japan or South Korea or Cambodia, I don't think that is you are showing any respect.
You're gonna be angry if I call you Japanese though.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But the thing, it is not right.
Yeah. How was it like going to different countries? How was the experience like?
Yeah, let me start with Uganda. That was the first country, and also it was my first time to go to this continent. Uganda was very different. The first thing that I saw, like 2 colors, red and yellow. So red, because you have the earth is red, the soil is red, right? And then something yellow. I think they would like to paint everything yellow. Yeah, so 2 colors. And also when it comes to smell, because I'm sensitive to smell as well, and it smells of charcoal. Yeah, there is electricity shortage in Uganda. So when they cook, they have to use charcoal. They burn charcoal, and that is like the first impression I have when I first got into that country. And then if you move on to Malawi, yeah, to be honest, that is one of the poorest countries in the world. And then the average, like how much you make, like 300 kwai in China, that is like $50 per person a month. Yeah, I don't think anyone could imagine like how can you survive with 300 kwai or $50 in Beijing or in any other city
in China,
right? So Malawi, but my favorite country, I have to say, is Malawi. I love it. Yeah, I went to Lilongwe and Blantyre. Lilongwe is the capital, and then Blantyre is the 2nd largest city. It used to be the capital of Malawi. Very beautiful, and also very quiet in Malawi, and then you can enjoy the beautiful scenery, the skies and everything, very crystal clear compared with Beijing. I'm sorry, Beijing. Okay, and then I went to Zambia. Zambia, it was Lusaka, the capital, and then it would be a lot better, I mean, economy-wise. And then, so it would be richer, and then the infrastructure would be a lot better, right? Better facilities and everything. And then I moved on to Namibia. Namibia is like, you have ever been there, right?
I've never been to Namibia, but that is what I'm planning, because like I heard that Namibia is something like how do I call it? Kind of like westernized country in Africa, because you still have the whites, just like South Africa.
Yeah, it is very westernized.
That's what I'm planning to do. Like I'm planning to visit Namibia this August. And
August.
Yeah, August. I'll be going to Africa. Like I'm planning to go to 6 countries in Africa just to do videos. It's really gonna be difficult, but I still have to try my best and do it.
Namibia is very beautiful, and you just mentioned it's some kind of westernized.
Westernized, yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the colony of Germany.
Germany,
right?
yeah, Germany.
Okay, so it looks a little bit German and also very European. But my favorite part of that country is scenery. Like so on one side it would be the desert, on the other side it would be the sea. Yeah, I love it. It was so beautiful. And then definitely that is one of the favorite places that tourists would like to go to. And I also did the live streaming on CGTN, and of course on your platform. I would like to sell my platform as well. And then if you go to CGTN, then you can see some of the episodes we did before.
I'm gonna put the links in the description box so you can check him out, his journey in Africa. And we are all in China, okay? I am in China right now, and you're also in China, and the kind of things that Chinese people say that I wish you can clear this thing for me, in China, people think that, like, let's say Africa is in bondage or something, like Africa is really poor, and let's say Chinese people are going to Africa to rescue Africans. Do you see it that way? That like,
no.
Do you see it that way?
Rescue is like, how do you define rescue?
Rescuing
that is
like,
weird. It's like you're in a really difficult position. It's like you fall into a pit and then I go to rescue you. But it's just a very different story.
That is what I
went to Africa, and I could see some Chinese flares or some Chinese elements, like Chinese restaurants and also the infrastructure, because China is good at doing infrastructure and developing facilities, right? But that is not what China is doing over there, because I interviewed some of the ministers and some presidents, and they said it's like a different story, and also interviewed some local people. And then, so China, what China is doing over there is they're trying to upgrade the infrastructure, because in some countries like Malawi, this is one of the poorest countries in the world, and if you want your products to be transported out of this country, you want to make the people there live better lives, and then you need to upgrade the infrastructure first, and then after the infrastructure, everything would be faster, would be developing faster. I think that is what China is doing over there. And some people have been saying that is some kind of new type of colonization.
Yeah, that's what I want to say, because like I got this kind of comments every single day. Every single day that
like colonized.
That's what sometimes I also don't understand, because like if you go to, let's say like Ghana was colonized by the British, they took over the land like until we had independence, and they left the country. Because when you go to African countries right now, you see a lot of Chinese people like doing some kind of investment. Some are doing like a lot of stuff over there. So a lot of Africans are really angry. I'm telling you, because like I have the African people, like people who watches me every day, and they spit out what they are not happy with. That's what I'm asking you. Like, do you think that China is the new colonizer of Africa? Like,
yeah, I don't see it that way. And of course people would have like different interpretations.
Exactly.
But for me, China is trying to upgrade its infrastructure, and in the meantime, and then China is making some money. But the thing is, I don't see that way. I don't have like really specific figures like how much like China is making, or China is exploiting the whole continent, or buying like natural resources or anything. And then that is what people have been saying, especially in the Western world. But the thing is, do they have any exact figure, or do they see that with their own eyes? A lot of people actually journalists, because I'm a reporter myself, I'm a journalist. If I have never been to that continent or that particular place, I don't think I'm in any position. I have never done any research. I wouldn't say that. It's like you think that is China is colonizing Africa, but a lot of the reporters or people who have been saying that have never been to China. They have never been to Africa, and they have just they just relay what people have been saying. Okay. But let me give you this. I went to Malawi. And then this place is experiencing or going through power shortage. People don't have electricity to use. And then I went to some of the villages, very poor villages. They can't use solar power because they think you're in Africa because you have enough sunshine. Solar power would be a good choice, but solar power is also very expensive. And it's not as efficient as we think, and then most people can't afford that. So what do they do? So China is investing in the hydropower project, like you use water, you use like the lake and everything to make sure in the meantime, and it is trying to make the best to protect the ecosystem there. And then so you can get electricity, and then China, what does China want in return? And do you think what
let me come in here because recently I read an article about Zimbabwe signing an agreement with China. Ghana too signed the same agreement, like we're gonna help you, we're gonna give you loan. We're gonna give you
like
loans.
soft loans.
Yeah, like that's the cash loans. In return, we need we're gonna use resources or something like the natural resources of your country, and that makes a lot of Africans really angry. And I was like, if you have somebody to blame about this, that is you shouldn't blame China or something. You should blame your leaders for signing such a contract.
And there is I read a book. I went through parts of the book. The book's name is Why Africa is Poor. And then I think everything goes down to our leaders make the decisions, like African leaders. And then so China is giving you something, and then China is also getting something. And that is what we call win-win cooperation.
Win-win cooperation,
you have the resources and we don't have that. We help you to develop, and then we can have some of the resources. So I don't think that you have free meals all the time, right? Anywhere.
You know, I want to do this. Maybe I will plan another a live streaming on YouTube. Maybe some other time. I'm gonna bring you on board. I'll also bring some Africans who has this kind of mentality on board, and we can talk about it because I cannot be in the best position to talk about this because I am just a messenger. So maybe you can also maybe I'll bring you on board, bring other Africans on board, and we're gonna discuss this issue. But before I let it go, I want to know when you went to Africa, how did the people in Africa treated you? How was it were they friendly to you or something, or did they see you, you're a foreigner, I don't want to do this or something did you see anything like that in Africa?
No, I didn't feel that way actually, and that also depends on which country you're in. Like in Uganda, Malawi or something, and people were really, I think they were especially nice, right? And then most people have this stereotype Chinese people, they have cash or something, right? But that is not true, definitely. And then when there people were especially nice, and also I went to some other countries. That really depends. I think that is it's very hard to define. In every single country, and then you have some people who could be nice to you, or some people could be really mean to you.
But did you get any mean? People were mean to you or something?
I did. It's I get it even in China or in some European countries or America. It happens everywhere. And you also have really nice people in those countries I mentioned. And then, but the things, as a reporter, a journalist, I would like to go to many different places to see different perspectives or opinions and see questions from different angles that could also help me understand the world, that you could be as objective as possible. And then a lot of people will have this idea China is taking the resources or something. But the thing is, if you are in a position like if you were an African and you don't like this idea, and then of course you can show your opinion.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the meantime, you have a lot of your countrymen who like the idea of China developing their infrastructure so that it sell products to other parts of the world. And then also, of course, you need to, quoted, sacrifice some of the resources because China doesn't have those.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you want to tell anybody out there or something, like any message that you have to tell people out there or something? Just a simple message or something?
Yeah, of course. And then you can leave your comments down there, and then we would talk to you and we will update with something new all the time.
Okay, so it's your boy Mr. Ghana Baby, and I was with the journalist of CGTN. So like I said, I'm gonna bring another episode, but it's gonna be a live streaming. I'm gonna schedule the dates and everyone. So if you are interested to discuss such a topic, send me an email and I'm gonna join you in a live session. Then we all discuss about it. It's still on China-African relationship. My name is Wadamaya. Peace out.